What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of Slav on the Pod, episode 47. I believe 47. Lately so much stuff has just been on my mind, and I feel like I had to do like a little solo episode, like I always do, just to kind of just put it out there. I didn't really want to have a guest to like talk to them about it. I kind of just wanted to do like a little solo one and just like let it all out, and just kind of use this as like my therapy, I guess you could say. Just kind of rant to whoever listens to this, and then that way I don't want no feedback. I don't care. Like, I don't need you to tell me like what I should be doing. I just want to tell you guys what's going on, and then like just get it off my chest. I don't need a resolution. I don't need to resolve it. I just let you guys know what's going on in my life. So first off, let's just start off hot.
We interrupt this broadcast to bring you this special message.
Recently, as you guys all know, I'm just started on this fitness journey, trying to lose weight, trying to get back. I know it's wintertime coming soon, but hey, you got to start now, because you got to start now so that way for next summer you're looking fresh. You can't be, May, June, and then you start working on your sexy body. No, you got to start it now. And the best way to do it is with Cater Fit. I can't tell you enough. Like, I've had the turkey, and I've had the chicken, I've had the beef with veggies and stuff. And like I said, it's well-proportioned meals. They got it's like a little meal prep thing. They do it all for you. They've also given me some amazing protein cookies that are all 100%, like vegan free, just amazing meals. I've even had like these green smoothie shakes that are just perfect for, on the go, grab them and go. You too can enjoy these meals to help you reach your fitness goals. Just go to caterfityuma.com. Once again, that's caterfityuma.com, caterfityuma.com to place your order. Thank you again, CaterFit, for sponsoring the Slav on the Pod podcast. Enjoy. This is not so much an ad. It's more of just a shout out, and it's more just trying to help, the local people in Arizona, Yuma, Arizona, that is. So we have Marcos Diaz Real Estate. This episode is brought to you by Marcos Diaz, the realtor from the realty agency. Marcos is backed by the Torres team, a strong and knowledgeable team of professional realtors ready to assist you with any and all of your real estate needs. Working with the right realtor with a strong team behind him or her is very important. So if you are looking to buy or invest, call Marcos Diaz now at 928-750-5591. Once again, that's 928-750-5591. For me, looking for a new place, I don't even know where to begin. I don't know, all I know is I know what kind of house I want. I know I wanted to have, a pool in the backyard, a chandelier in the front, of the house, and I want a moat around. And I'm like, where am I going to find that house? I don't even know where to look. I don't know what to type in when I Google search, but I know Marcos Diaz, and I have his number, which is 928-750-5591. And I give him a call, and I'm like, yo, this is what I'm looking for. I'm looking for a moat around the house. I need a glass chandelier. I need a pool in the backyard, and he does all the work for me. I just tell him what I need, and he finds the place that best suits what I'm looking for. And he also can help you. Like I said, that's Marcos Diaz. He's a new real estate guy. And like I said, it's not much of an ad. It's just more just shouting him out. And if you guys are ever, you guys hear the podcast and you're like, man, Yuma, Arizona sounds like a dope ass place. I would love to live there. But, what does the housing market look like? And so I'm here to tell you that we have someone, and, very close person of mine, brother-in-law, Marcos Diaz. Just like I said, give him a call at 928-760-5591. And he will help you find the best home for you and your family. Thank you.
And now back to your regularly scheduled program.
So, let's see. What is this? What is it? Okay, yeah. Okay. It seems like it's just like when they say, what is it? Things where they like when things happen, they happen and they continuously it's just not just one bad thing happens. Like it's this, and then it snowballs into like something worse, and then it gets worse, and before you know, it's like your fucking week's just fucked. My Sunday, 2 weeks ago, Sunday morning, our fridge went out. Freezer worked. The top part of the fridge, the top area where the fridge is, didn't work. Had a lot of groceries in it. Most of them went bad. So we lost about, I don't know, $60 in groceries. Sick. So sick. So dope. I love buying groceries just so they can go bad. It's every time when I go get grocery shopping, I'm just like, dude, I fucking hope my fridge goes out. That way all this money I spent on my groceries goes to waste. So that's pretty much what happened. Our fridge went out. Luckily we had a garage fridge. So last minute, saved whatever I could, threw some shit in the outside garage. Cool, right? Saved some groceries. Dope. Literally maybe an hour after I did that, everything started working again. The fridge kicked back on. And I just said, fuck it. I don't trust it, so I'm not going to put anything in there. All right? That was Sunday. That was 2 weeks ago. So I was supposed to do this last week. Shit came up. Life happened. And fucking, stuff happens. 2 weeks ago, Sunday, morning fridge goes out. Secondly, later that day, that same Sunday, I locked myself out of the house for like the 4th time. And I know a lot of you guys listening, you're like, oh my God, 4 times you've done it? I've done it 4 times this year alone. We're almost done. We're a little halfway. We're halfway past the, year, like halfway. But like, that shouldn't happen as much. And so it did. Locked myself out of my house. So that was like 2 things in one day. Should have killed me right there, right? Should have killed myself right there. No. Nah. I was like, that's good, And like, the reason why I just don't get, like, I was really upset, really sad, like, fucking, I was stressed out because I was like, my fucking fridge don't work. What if the one in the garage goes out? And then later that Sunday, I'm over here trying to get out of the house because we're supposed to go to a party, and I'm already late as it is. Then, literally as soon as I closed that door, I closed it and was like, oh shit, and pulled back and realized, fuck, I locked it and I left the keys inside. So on top of leaving the keys inside, I also left the car keys. So I was stuck outside of our house with just my phone, which thank God I had my phone. So, luckily before that, like probably 2 weeks or a month before that, my girl had locked herself out. And then I thought about what she did, and she just went next door and, she asked the neighbor, like, hey, can I hop over the fence and see if my back door is open? Cool. Did that. Found out back door wasn't open. Back door was locked as shit. I'm talking top lock, bottom lock. You know what's funny is I never locked the back door. We have like our backyard's very small. There's no one behind us, just an empty dirt lot. Like I really don't feel the need to lock it. So like the one time that I fucking locked myself out of the house and hopped the fence over to try to get through the back, it's locked. So there I am trying to break into my own house in the backyard. Couldn't do it. Luckily called my mom. I was using her car at the time. So it worked out. She was like, oh, well, our house key to your house, our extra key is in the car that you're driving. I was like, fucking perfect. So that was resolved. So like all this stuff was happening and it was just like, fuck it. Life happens. The shit happens. Fuck it. You know what I'm saying? So I brushed it off, got in the house, locked it, took my keys out. Cool. Monday morning, I go to work. Normal day. Wake up at 4:30, get dressed, head over to work at around 5. I'm there in like 5:15. So I'm like, cool. I'm a little early, I don't have to clock in until 5:30. So, I'll take a little nap in the car, a little 15-minute, a little nap just to get, me restarted, get myself restarted, and lay back. And like, I feel like I have to fart, and I shit myself. I released a fart that I thought was just going to be a fart. Ended up being shit. And let me tell you, if you're above the age of like 10 and you shit yourself, unless you're like really sick or like even like being hungover or like drunk, really shouldn't be an excuse. But like that's probably another like okay time you can do it. But if you're above those ages and those aren't the two situations that you're shitting yourself, then you went back in life. You reversed. You're now a little kid who shits himself. Like I can't control my fucking stomach. And like, yeah, so I'm 28 years old and I shit myself for the first time in like years. I can't remember the last time I shit myself. I don't even think I've shit myself since I was like in diapers. So this was insane. This was like a real big moment for me. I was like, oh my God, I didn't know what to do. Luckily, it was just that little bit of shit. It wasn't like a fucking log. It was just like a little bit of squirt that came out. I think I just had like a messed up stomach that morning. I don't know. Probably ate something bad that went bad in my fridge from the night before. Who knows? You know what I'm saying? It all comes together. It all connects. And so, yeah, so I shit myself at work, rushed inside, clocked in, went to the restroom, Luckily, the shit wasn't that much, so it just got the underwear. So I just fucking took my pants off in the restroom at work and just threw my underwear away. Cleaned myself up, had some wipies in the back of the trunk, pulled those out, cleaned myself up pretty good, went to work. Pretty much just free balling all day at work, which was kind of weird. And, but you know, hey, I got through it and no one knew I shit myself. No one ever asked me. I got home and I had to just tell my girl, like, hey, today I shit myself. You have a boyfriend that still dookies his pants. And I'm sorry, I'm a grown man-child. That's what you can call me. I'm a grown man-child. I shit myself at 28, and I wasn't sick. I wasn't drunk. I just, hey, I got to fart a little. Little extra poop comes out. Cool, it happens, right? Happens. That's insane, though, dude. Like, I can't believe I shit. I still can't believe it to this day. Like, the fact that I had to go and, like, change my underwear, take them off, throw them in the fucking trash, and, like, go the rest of the, and this was like, I didn't even clock in yet. Like, this was like the very beginning, like 5:15 in the morning, and I shit myself, and it was fucking crazy. So then that happened, and then I want to say probably 2 days later, find out, you know, one of my best buds and his girl got the vid, and that really hit. That sucked, because then that took, you know, that we couldn't hang out, which we were used to hanging out all the time, so that cut off. Then, you know, a close member of my family gets it, and it just hits me even harder. It's just like, oh shit, everything's going downhill right now. My fridge went out, locked myself out of my house, shit myself at the age of 28 in my in the parking lot of my job, and then now just everyone around me is getting COVID, and it's like, is this the end of the world for Jordan? Like, what's going on here? And I was just trying to think of, like, I've always been a person that's very positive. I always try to find the positive and the negatives. I always try to find something positive, no matter what it is. It could be someone passing away. I'm trying to think of a positive reason why it could have happened. Anything. And for the first time in a long time, I couldn't come to a conclusion why this was happening to me. I was like, you know, I started going back on my life. Like, did I do something wrong? Did you know? And I think you start doing that thing where you start blaming, like, something bad you did, like, and it could have been something stupid, like maybe you cut someone off in traffic, maybe you didn't say thank you to someone when they held the door open, like some stupid little shit. And I was like, maybe that was the reason why I had a shitty week. You know, maybe karma finally caught up to me and got me, because it just seemed like shit. It was literally, no pun intended, a shit show week. That's the name of the podcast. That's the name of the fucking title. Shit show. Shitty show. Poop show? I should call it poop show, huh? Poop show. But yeah, dude, like, it was just really, stop. Hey, keep it down. Top of that, we got these two dogs that are just insane. We're still trying to train one of them, so he still gets his little accidents here and there. Oh, I didn't even fucking mention, to top it all off, just to put the fucking cherry on top, to just really drive it in for a real fucking banger of a shitty, poopy week. My dogs chewed one of my headphones and my AirPods. And I'm like, I'm not struggling for money, but I'm not in the situation where I could just go buy. I'm like, oh, cool, they can just go buy another headphones. Nah, I can't do that. So, yeah, so my dogs, and it's kind of my fault. I was talking to my girl, and, like, I had my headphones in, and she came in and talked to me, and I put them on the bed next to me, and this dogs are sniffing at them, and she said, grab your headphones, and I was like, and I pushed the dogs away, didn't acknowledge it, and then, like, I don't know, minutes go by, we're talking, and she goes to the living room, she's like, and the dogs had ran to the living room, she's like, they're pretty quiet, and she ran over there, all I hear is, Poppy, no, and I'm like, what happened now? I run, and they're both chewing on one headphone. Thank God it was just one. And they were chewing on my headphones like it was a fucking chew toy. It was so cool. And it really set me off. And I wanted to, at that point I told my girl, I was like, that's it. Dogs are for sale. We need money anyway. So now I can sell one of the dogs, probably two of them, and get 4 pair of headphones. Like, I was so done. These dogs had it was tough. You know, it was really hard. It hit me, and, like, I was like, son of a bitch. But like I said, there's always a positive, no matter how bad the negative is. And, you know, I was just like, you know what? Good thing all they did was chew the right one. I don't, most of the time, unless I'm, like, working out or on a run, I rarely wear both If I'm around the house, I always have one. If I'm at work, I wear one just so I can always hear my surroundings. So luckily, they chewed the right one. I always wear the left one just because if I wear the right one, I can't really hear good out of my left ear. So it would just fuck me up. So I always put one in my left so I can hear out of the right. Just like I said, be aware of my surroundings. So once again, negative, they chewed my headphone. Positive, they only chewed one of my headphones. Wait, did I say that? Okay, yeah. Negative, they chewed my headphones. Positive, they only chewed one of them, and it was the right one. Cool, I'm fine. And then today I fucking lost them. So I fucking lost my headphone. The one headphone I had with the charger, lost it. I don't even know where it's at. You know what? And I don't even care because I knew at that moment today when I was about to go on a run, I was like, where are my headphones? Couldn't find them. And I know damn well I lost them because I checked everywhere that I normally put them. More than likely I lost them. My dumbass just got a new phone recently, like a couple of weeks ago. And so I didn't have the Find My Phone iPhone set up. So when you have that set up, you can also find like your headphones. I turned it on today and it was like, if you haven't turned your Find My iPhone on or Find My headphones on, since you've had them, then you're like, if you're looking for them right now, you're not going to find them. So I was fucked. So I'm like, cool. I went from having a pair of AirPods. I went from having a pair of AirPods to having only one AirPod to having nothing. So now I'm fucked. So it's cool, dude. Let's go. I love running with no headphones. I love working out without music. I could just sing to my fucking self and be happy and pump myself up. And then now when I go to the gym, I can listen to the whack ass music they play over the fucking speakers. Dope. So cool. So legit, dude. That's so cool. That's awesome. You know? Sorry guys. I know I'm going on a huge rant right now, but this is just you know what's cool is yesterday I had a Zoom meeting for the first time with I'm publicly I can say it. I think I'm not embarrassed. I have a therapist. I talked to someone about my feelings and stuff, and so yesterday was the first day we actually did a Zoom call, and it felt really good. You know, I was super blunt with him, just straight out, flat out told him how I'm feeling, you know, the thoughts in my head, the things I've thought of, the things I've said, the way I've been acting lately. And I even told him, I was like, and he's asking me, you know, how come, you know, is this your first time doing a therapy session? You know, have you done this before? And I told him, honestly, sir, like with all due respect, I've always felt that if I couldn't talk to like my close friends, my family, or like my girl, like the people that I really trust and like want to confide in, if I can't even talk to them about my problems, who's to say that I can talk to this random ass person? I get it. You know, they went to school for it and they're, you know, certified in what they do. So they should be good at, you know, dissecting my ideas and breaking down why I am the way I am, all this stuff. I get that. But I was like, if I can't go to my own family and talk to them, then what's this random stranger going to do? Now I got to sit down and I got to do my whole intro with this guy. It's like I'm dating all over again. You know, it's like when you're like, it's like if you hit 35, you get a divorce or you get, you know, break up with your girlfriend, and it's like, now I got to start all over. Like I'm too old to be telling some stranger, you know, asking them, what's your favorite color? You know, what do you like to eat? Shit like that. So like, I just felt like I had that with this guy. But, you know, with all due respect, the guy was dope. He was cool. I pretty much told him, you know, yeah, like I just told him that, you know, that I don't feel like I could just talk to a random stranger and he's going to help me. And he's like, you know what? That's totally cool. Like I totally respect that, totally understand it. So he was cool about it. And so, yeah, and he actually had asked me, you know, what do you do in your free time? What do you do, hobbies? And I told him I have a podcast. I actually have two, you know, the Slob on the Pod, obviously here. And then I have Between Me and You with Andy Conchola, which you guys should definitely go check out. If you guys don't see episodes from me from here, there's definitely every week I have ones over there with Andy. And it's the same shit, we have a dynamic duo where we have a great chemistry. We both feed off each other. So definitely go check that out. Between Me and You podcast on Instagram. We have an Instagram. We have SoundCloud, Apple Music, Google Play. Like it's everywhere. Anywhere you want to look for podcasts, anywhere you listen to your podcast, look up Between Me and You podcast, and you're gonna see our two ugly mugs up there. But anyway, so yeah, I told him, I was like, yeah, you know, I have a podcast. Hey, stop, dude! My dogs are gonna tear apart everything. But you know what? I love them so much because right now I'm home alone, but I'm not alone because I have these two fuckers and I fucking love them, and they're pugs. You know what? Robin Williams had pugs, and I'm going to butcher this whole thing up, but he pretty much said like, life's happiness. Like if you want to be happy in life, get a pug. And he's so right. Like these guys they chewed on my headphones. It's an expensive thing that I use all the time. And even when they did that, I was like, it happens. Yeah, it's my fault. I left them out, and these dogs are cool, man. They're cute as shit. They're like ugly cute. Everyone thinks they're ugly, but I think they're ugly, but in the cute way, if that makes any sense. And like, they just have like such a great personality, and I need to make one of them a support dog because literally, if I'm home alone and I have these two, I'm totally fine. If I go anywhere, and I don't have them, I kind of just I don't know. It's weird, but I love them. So get a pug. They're cute to look at. They have such a great personality. I mean, they sleep in, they cuddle with you. If you're sad, they feel it, and it's crazy. Get a pug. Anyways, so yeah, he's asking me, about my hobbies. I tell him about the podcast I have, and I tell him that, I use my podcast, which I've said multiple times with multiple guests. I use my podcast kind of as a therapy for myself for the time because, like I said, I didn't really believe in getting a therapist. So I was like, maybe if I just have guests that are kind of similar in the situation as far as like mentally they're not all there or like mentally they're like just having trouble or physically or whatever it is, I think it'd be cool if, every now and then, we have our fun, we talk our BS and we talk about their lives. But at the same time, at the end of the day, at the end of the podcast, we kind of just get into, so how you been, and I like to ask people like how they deal with their stress or how they deal with like sadness and depression. And just so I can, one, I can get some tips and help myself. And two, I think it's cool to put it out publicly so that other people that, it's one of those things where it's like, if you don't, it's like when you're in class and you don't want to raise your hand because you think it's a dumb question, but it's like you raise your hand and you ask that dumb question, you might save everyone else around you. They might have the same question, but they're too embarrassed to ask it or, oh, that's a dumb question or no, I probably shouldn't ask it. Like, that's just how I feel. It's like, people I feel like listening maybe have that same issue and they don't want to publicly say this, but they can go on my podcast and hear, Amber Garnica on episode 45 or Eric Castanos on episode 44. And they can listen to their stories of how they've dealt with certain, ups and downs in their lives and what makes them feel better. And I think I love that I can have these people on and share that. So I told him all that and he was like, you know what? And it was cool because as I'm telling him this, you can see it in the video, like his face changed to like, oh wow, like he was like super like that's very interesting, like that's a great way to put it. He was telling me like that's a great way to kind of use your sadness and anger and depression and all that stuff and turn it towards a positive way and put it into a podcast. And I mentioned it's a bit vulgar and we're a little blunt and we say some bad things, but I mean for the most part I told him it's like in the being in the military, like we just have a dark humor and this is how we deal with it by doing it in a comedic way. So I just told him, like, yeah, we joke around about, just our shitty situations. But I think for me to say like, to in a way make fun of how I'm feeling or to just highlight it and be like, yeah, the other day I fucking was listening to this one song and it made me cry while I was driving. And I can be like, I was being such a pussy. Why was I doing that? I can say that. A lot of people, you guys might say, you're not a pussy. You don't have to say that. It's cool, man. I like saying that. It's cool because it's like, one, I'm just pretty much telling myself, like, I'm telling myself what I feel and out loud. And on top of that, it's like, it's totally cool, man. Like, yeah, I can call myself a pussy and I know I'm not. I just have some mental fucked up issues in my head and then it just happens, and after talking to Amber, she's going through a bunch in her life. Like I said, very telling you guys right now, check those two recent episodes I had out. Really good. I mean, two people going through like some crazy, Amber especially going through like a crazy time in her life and just seeing how positive she is. Like just talking to people like that really gave me hope. It's like, like I can be good too. They're going through way worse stuff and look at them, they're posting, they're happy and they're taking it day by day and it's like if they can do it I can. And so it makes me happy. And I just told him like I love that this podcast for me is like my own little personal therapy session. And he was so for it. He was like, that's really cool. Like I'm really glad that you found something. And so it was cool. It was cool for the first time talking with it, it's like an actual doctor, like therapist that was just kind of reassuring me, like, what you got going on it's definitely on the right path. And he and the one thing he asked me that I wasn't really prepared for because I'd never really thought about it going into it, but he was like, what do you expect to get out of therapy? Like, what do you expect to get out of our sessions? What's something that you hope happens after a few days or after a few months or weeks of doing sessions with me, what do you want to get out of it? And I paused for a while because I was like, I never really thought about why I'm here. I mean, I know why I'm here. Like, I feel like I'm mentally fucked up and I just have some other issues. And I feel like, what's the word? Professionally, he can help me. But when he was asking like what I wanted the outcome to be, I was like, I never really thought about that, I guess. But I straight up told him, and I don't know if it's too much, but I told him like, I feel like the feelings I feel like when I get sad or depressed or when I get anxiety of things, and I just ball it up and I ball it, and then sometimes like my chest hurts because I need to cry and I don't know why, but I want to hold it in because I'm like, why? Even like I could be like home alone and I'll hold it in just because I'm like embarrassed to even cry in front of myself. And I just told him like, all these feelings I have a feeling that they're never gonna go away. It's something I'm just gonna have to live with. What I want to get out of therapy is I want to learn how to turn all these negatives in my life, everything that like I've felt sad about, depressed about, cried about, kind of hopeless about. I just want to turn that into something positive. So I was telling him I would love if in these sessions you could kind of give me teach me a way or tell me something I should do to combat these feelings and turn them into something good. Put them towards good. Because I told him I love going on runs when I'm really sad and upset and like frustrated. I love going on runs because I'm putting myself through a physical pain and not in a like emo depressing way where like I'm cutting myself. Because hey, stop humping your sister. I'm sorry guys, it's not what it sounds like. These two dogs, they were both born from the same mom, different dads, but they're pretty much blood related. And they've been humping recently. Little homeboy over here has been real horny, trying to hump his sister, and it's just really weird. I just don't want them to have kids, and then us just be known as like the redneck family, or the Alabama family, or like we get a nickname like how fucking Hills Have Eyes. Like I just don't want sick puppies coming out of these guys. But sorry about that. Stop humping each other. Anyways, but yeah, so I just told him, I know this is something that's going to be in my life. It's going to be a reoccurring thing. There's no talk. There's nothing I'm going to go through that's going to just clear my brain and just be like, fine. I just know it's going to be a thing I'm going to be going through the rest of my life. So if there's any way I could just change that negativity and turn it towards a positive and help me in life, then maybe that's what they can do for me. Maybe they can help me, maybe they can help me come up with new topics for the podcast, things that I can bring up that are in a comedic way and yet still, we get something. It's value, maybe it'll help. Like I said, I love that I share this with everyone. And man, so just recently, this is a great thing. No, stop. These dogs are insane. I'm telling you. Stop. Bonita, get down. Stop. No. So recently, a very good, someone that follows the podcast on Instagram, someone I don't really know. I just know him as a follower. And they really made my day the other day. They messaged me and pretty much they sent me this huge long message, and they pretty much just said, keep doing what you're doing. The episode with Eric, they loved the episode with Eric and Amber, and they got so much out of it. No, stop, get down, stop, don't chew on that. No, oh my god, I'm gonna have to edit this part. Get down, stop, no. Oh my! See what I'm saying? I love pugs, dude. They're the. You guys are terrible, but I love you. What was I saying? Yeah, so I got this message and it just made my day. Like I said, she pretty much said what I'm doing is so cool, and she loves to see like all these hidden talent in Yuma, all these locals that I interview, and She loved to hear, everything that everyone's going through, and she explained her situation, the things she's going through with her family, and I'm telling you, man, this message made me feel so good. Like, I always get so I'm such a puss, dude. I get watered up in my, like, I want to cry. But no, like, I read it and I cried for a little bit just because it was like, for a while I had been thinking, like, why am I doing this podcast? I'm doing all these, I'm on fucking episodes, I'm about to hit 50 episodes. It's been, almost 2 years now, and like, and I'm slowly but surely getting there. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm getting to a point where I'm like, it's every so often I'm getting that little, you still got it. keep going. And like, I just get these little, these amazing messages from people, or people always hitting me up like, yo, when's the next episode? Like, the fact that they're so interested in this is it's just keeping me going. And that message right there, I mean, it set me off. I was just up to that point. I was like, what am I doing with this podcast? Where am I going with this? Is this even a thing? Is this a waste of my time? And she just reassured me pretty much without even, it's like the world sent her a message and she got it and was like, I need to message this guy and I just need to explain. I just need to let him know what he's done for me. And it was, I'm telling you, I don't want to out this person because I don't know if she wants me to say who she was or anything. And I don't mind it. Like, I like, I like that she confided in me with the things she said. And like I said, I don't even know this person. And that showed me like this podcast has so much potential. And just that one person that I've maybe made their day or helped them through a certain situation, that made me so happy. And I was like, yes, this is the plan. This was the reason why I did this. Like she mentioned, that like I can talk about serious topics, and I'm not tooting my own horn. Like, this is just what she said. And she was just saying like, I can talk about serious topics and still do it in a comedic way to where it's like, not everything's super serious. Not everything has to be like, it's sad stuff, but we don't have to be sad about it. We can be happy and just kind of laugh about it at the end of the day, because that's all we can do. There's so much negative and so much negative things. It's like, if we were just, every bad thing that happened to us, if we were just sad and all the time, we would be miserable people. And I hope I'm one of those people that can remind people like, hey, you've had a shitty week, but it's okay. Let's, have a few drinks or whatever, go on a run, do a workout, and just forget about that and just move on. Take it day by day. Day by day is like a dope thing, by the way. It's one of those corny lines, like, take it one step at a time, take it one day at a day. And it's very true, because I have this problem where I can be like, say Sunday, right? I'm like, fuck, Monday, I have this to do. All week I'm stressing. And all week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I'm like snowballing. Like the first day, Monday, I'm like, all right, Friday, if this doesn't happen, this is going to happen. And then Tuesday, I'm like, if that doesn't happen, this. And then it's, dude, by Friday, so many scenarios have gone into my head of things that are going to go wrong that like 99% of them aren't even going to happen. And the 1% maybe will happen. And dude, 99 times out of 100, it doesn't happen how I imagine it would. And everything ends up being so chill, and it makes me so mad. And because I'm just like, I stressed all week for no reason. I stress about getting, I sometimes stress about getting stressed into the future. Like, it's a reoccurring thing. It's like, even once that stress is gone, then I'm like, well, I'm still stressing because I know it's going to happen again. And so now I'm just thinking like, is it going to happen today, tomorrow? Then, then something bad happens. I'm like, is this my stress? Is this the stress I've been waiting for? And it fucking sucks. But like I said, something that's always going to be in my life. I just got to figure out a way to combat it to like something positive. Flip it around and flip it and reverse it, But yeah, so sorry about it. I know what is that? That's a good 30 minutes about this huge rant about my fucking miserable life, my sad, depressing, miserable life. But dude, you guys don't need to worry. I'm fucking good. I have these downs, and then I just get back up. I don't know. All right, let's get into some real hard-hitting shit. Some stuff I really wanted to talk about. The other day, driving around on the freeway, and I look at my rear view. I'm a very cautious driver, always checking my surroundings. Always, just trying to, make sure, no one's driving crazy behind me. Sometimes I don't go to the speed limit, go a little bit over, so I'm always on the lookout for cops, I do it in a safe way, obviously. And so there's cars behind me, right? Swear I thought it was a cop car. It was a fucking Ford Explorer. You guys all seen them. What I'm getting at is, if you drive a car that looks very similar to a undercover cop car, fuck you. Yeah, fuck you. One, I don't think it should be even allowed at the, like, I don't even think, like, if Ford makes this Ford Explorer and they know that cops are buying these to use as like undercover cop cars, I don't think they should allow civilians to buy them. Just for the fact that, one, it gives me a fucking heart attack as soon as I see that car behind me. And then next thing I know, I slow down. They pass me because I'm going too slow because I'm going the speed limit because I think they're a cop. So I'm like, I'm going to go the speed limit so I don't get pulled over. Next thing I know, a fucking average Joe schmo over here goes around me. This old guy, and his wife and their dog in the back. I'm like, that wasn't even a fucking cop. It was a normal person. A normal person scared me because I thought that fucking person was a cop because they drive a car that's very similar. I mean, it was white. The windows were tinted. I was like, it's a cop car. It's an undercover cop car. And no, it was a fucking one of you regular people. Stop doing that. The Crown Vics, the old dude. The other day I saw a car. It still had it had the little spotlight, like the cop cars, like the Crown Vic ones that had like the little spotlight on the driver door. Like you wrote on the window, you can point it at houses and shit. It still had that on there. Like this thing was full on cop car. It was black trunk, black hood, and then like white in the middle, like. And once again, I slowed down, and it was some fucking like looked like some stoner dude just passing by with his his girl in the front, like. And it got me again. And I was like, yo, fuck you, dude. Like, at that point, I wanted to ram him off the road. But I didn't, because that's not what you do, But, yeah, so I was like, dude, fuck those people, man. Like, why do you even buy those? Like, I look at those cars. I don't even think they look cool. Like, the Ford Explorer, maybe, yeah. But, like I said, don't fucking buy those cars. Like, the piece of shit people. That's what you are, piece of shit people. But anyone in my family, if you have those cars, you're cool. I'm sorry. You're cool. Pull someone over. See what happens. I don't even like how this is going. I'm really forcing this, and it's not coming out good. I don't know. Yeah. So then fuck people that have cop cars that are regular cars. I mean, So football's back. And fantasy football is a thing that I don't really care to do very much because I'm a big football fan as far as like my team goes. I could care less about every other fucking team. Sunday comes, all I watch is my team, my Chargers. That's all I watch. So that's all I have. With fantasy now, like I'm into it because, my buddy Andy got me into it with his family. And so now, we're playing for $50. So, it's 10 of us. So it's like $500. That's 50 times 10. Yeah. 500. I don't know. Fact checked it. And so, yeah, so I'm excited, but at the same time, I don't know what I'm doing. I did it probably 4 years ago when I was back in the military with like a group of guys, and I lost every fucking game. I literally, half my team was just the Chargers, which they're not a great team as on their own. So I don't know why I did that separately. Like that was going to really even help me. So I lost every fucking game pretty much. And I was just like, this was fun. But I'm never going to do this again. And then Andy hits me up and I'm like, yeah, I'll do it again. And for money, fuck it, why not? I had terrible luck last time. Who's to say I won't have it again? And you know what? I'm kind of coming out on top. Week 1, got a dub. It was kind of cool. Chargers got a win for the week 1, and I got a win in fantasy. So right away, I was in second place. And I was like, this feels great. It feels great not to start in last. And then this last week happens. And it was a big week because it was the Cowboys versus Chargers, which is like everybody in my family except me is a Cowboys fan. And Andy's a Cowboys fan. And on top of that, me and Andy were playing each other for fantasy. So that was exciting. If you guys go to our Between Me and You podcast, there's a recent episode where we talk about who was on our lineup and who we had on our fantasy team and how it went. Long story short, I fucking lost. I lost both. The Chargers lost to the Cowboys, ruined me. I lost fantasy, ruined me. And so I was like, this is why I don't do it. But you know what? Fuck it. Positive in it. I get to hang out with Andy and we get to talk shit to each other. So that's cool. But yeah, dude, like fucking fantasy football is not my thing. But it's fun to do. It's fun to feel like a part of something, you know? And I think that's why I like it, because I feel like I'm like part of a club. Where and it's a fantasy for me is like a guy thing, like a manly thing. And I know a lot of you guys are gonna be like, why do certain things have to make you feel manly? Like, I don't know. But as a man, as a guy, like certain things I do make me feel manly. Having a fantasy sports team makes me feel manly. Watching football on Sundays, like routinely, like every Sunday, I'm locked in. Like, makes me feel like a man. Going out and cleaning the backyard, providing for these fucking dogs that chew on all my stuff, makes me feel like a man, you know? And so I enjoy it. It's one of those things that boosts my man juices. I don't know what the fuck you want to call it. I don't know why I said juices. What the fuck? Okay. So much shit in my brain right now, dude. Like right now, this second, the one thing I'm thinking about is, has anyone ever asked you, like, what are you thinking about this second, like right now? And you were just like, nothing. Like, there's nothing going on in my brain right now. Like, if you ask me what's going on in your head right now, I'm going to be like, the only thing going on in my head right now is the fact that you just asked me what's going on in my head. So now I'm thinking about things that are in my head. And there's nothing in my head other than the fact that you just asked me what's going on in my head. Like, I don't know. It's weird. My brain is just empty, which could be a good thing, because then I don't have something to, like, think back on or stress about, or, like, I'm not thinking about the future. I'm not thinking about the past. I'm thinking about what's happening right now, and nothing's happening right now. I'm doing a podcast. What else is going on in my life? I don't know if I've talked about it. You guys have all seen, I have an episode with Dre Harper. Dre Harper, obviously bodybuilder, coach, trainer, just amazing person all around. I probably about a month ago, I started this fitness journey. I think I've talked to you guys about it, and just how now that I've been, on this like plan, like this diet plan with him that he's made up for me. And I'm actually doing, so my problem at the time was my weight. I've always been a very scrawny kid. I've said it multiple times and I'm getting tired of saying it. I was in high school. I got made fun of because I was so skinny, which never made sense to me. I think I've said this before. I'm just regurgitating shit from other episodes because I have no material, because I'm just a piece of shit like that. I'm just a piece of shit like that. And so, yeah, I used to get made fun of because I was like 145 in high school. I played football all 4 years. I don't even know why. I was like not one of the smallest, but definitely didn't belong on the team, as far as like, it was probably dangerous on me, but I made it work, And so as growing up, I always got made fun of. So then I got to a point where I started working out and I liked my body, and I was, fit, and I liked how I looked. I was getting muscle for once. And then, you get older, and then, metabolism slows down, and you really got to start watching what you eat. And then that hit me when I was about like 24, 25. And, my metabolism was slowing down. I wasn't shitting as much. And so then at that point, I was just kind of not giving a fuck. I mean, I was still kind of working out, but I was also eating shitty. I was eating late as fuck. I was drinking a lot, and it just wasn't adding up. And it was just mentally and physically was just really bad for me. It was one of those things where I didn't want to go to the gym. I had no motivation to go to the gym, but at the same time, I didn't like the way I looked. And it was a weird battle between myself. It was like, well, you don't like how you look, but you don't want to do what you need to do to make yourself look like how you want to look. And for a while, for about a month or two, I was really just, it was so bad, but like I didn't like taking my shirt off. I could be at home alone. I didn't like walking by mirrors with my shirt off because I just didn't like what I saw. And then I did a podcast with Dre, and he was just talking about all these, his situation, his life changing, he was kind of something similar, and he was real little scrawny when he was in school, and then he just made a transformation, and it made him better as a person, and as, just for his own physical well-being. And after that, it was kind of like, literally as soon as we finished that episode, we were still hanging out afterwards, and I was like, yo, what would you, like, if these are the things I want to do. I want to lose some weight, and then I want to lose weight. I want to get down to a certain weight, and then I want to build back up in just muscle, and I want to stick around between 185, 190. Is that possible? Can you help me? And he was like, dude, totally. We'll get a plan going. within a week or two, I had a meal plan. I had and he broke it down. He told me how much, weigh my food, how much rice to eat, how much chicken, how much fish, whatever, what days to eat what. And then on top of that, we did a fasting routine. So I'm doing it 18, 19, 20, 22, 3, 24, 18 and 6. So I fast for 18. I don't eat nothing. I can only drink water, or I like to drink, black coffee. Luckily, I'm a big fan of black coffee. No sugar, no cream. I've always felt that if the stronger my coffee tastes, the more it's going to hit me as far as like energy wise. So, dude, I love burnt coffee. And I know a lot of people tell me, I've had friends that work at Starbucks and like, like when the darker it tastes, like the more burnt it tastes, it's losing its energy, like it's losing its bean strength, whatever the fuck you want to call it. I'm like, I don't fucking care. It doesn't make me feel like anything. Like if I drank a coffee, it wouldn't do nothing to me. I have to drink like 5 cups. And I drink an Americano, 4 or 5 shots of espresso. It's literally espresso, ice, and water. I mean, it's energy straight to your veins. And I drink like 2 of those maybe. And so that kind of works out. And and let me tell you, man, I don't know if you guys see it. I'm wearing a really big shirt because I'm comfortable. It's my house. I'm home alone. I just put together a little outfit just to do the pod. And I feel great. Shout out to Dre Harper. If you guys can, I mean, I don't like to post pictures right away. I'm not where I want to publicly post these pictures because I've been taking pictures every week, every Sunday. I send them to Dre. I send them, front profile, back profile, side, and I send him my weight, and I tell him how I've been doing as far as that week goes, the diet, and there's been major changes. Like a lot of people think I'm getting sick, and I'm not. I'm not. I'm eating healthy. The things I do eat are very high in protein. They're very good for me, and I'm eating what I'm supposed to. Every now and then I fuck it up. I know I do, and I've told them, and I can't wait to have him back on the podcast because I want to get to a point where like we have that talk where, I tell him about how I've been really feeling, and we haven't had like a one-on-one in person. We just mainly over text and voice messages, but I really want to let him know how I feel and like just really want to thank him because he's changed my life in such a way that like I said, I still have that sadness or like that, like there's something about me that's still like, every now and then I'm just like, I'm still sad and I don't know why, but it's not my weight no more. It's not my body. And that feels so great. Like I love waking up in the morning, no shirt. I'll go take a piss, look at myself in the mirror, and I look great. I fucking love it. I'm not shredded by any means. I don't have a 6-pack. But I'm skinny. I'm back to a healthy weight. Let's just say when I started this journey, I was about 200, 201, maybe 199. I can't remember. I'll put the pictures up. I'll put the pictures of my weight at least, and in the timestamp, and like the day it was, and I'm gonna put as of this last Sunday, I'm at 181. I've lost 10, 11 pounds. I don't know the math. I'm fucking terrible when it comes like spot on math. But yeah, I've lost so much weight, and I love the way I look, and just not carrying around all that extra weight, not seeing that weight on my body, and not seeing those, those love handles or just my stomach. Like I always hated sitting down and knowing that my stomach would just scrunch together, like all that fat was there. And I fucking hated it. Like I wanted to grab it and I wanted to get like those fucking lawn scissors that you clip the bushes with. I wanted to just cut that fat off and then like get a skin graft over it and just be shredded. And I know it sounds bad, but I'm not going to do that. But that's just how I felt. I would just sit down and I would just grab my fat and just munch it together. Like I would just be like, this is bigger than a fucking cheeseburger. It's all my fat stomach. It's gross. And I hated it. And I mean, I still kind of have it. Obviously, I'm not perfect. I'm drinking a Cactus Jack seltzer, It's not good for me, but I like to have one. I like to have a little drink when I do the podcast just to, ease my, just so I'm not so sober and like, really gets the brain juices going. And I know a lot of you guys like, that's dumb. Don't do that. Do other things. But this helps me, okay? I'm sorry. And it's only one. I haven't had one in like a few days, so it's I'm good. And it's still pretty early in the day to where I'm still going to go on a run, take a shower, and hit the hay pretty soon. But yeah, so, shout out to Dre Harper. Go check him out on Instagram, please. By all means, he's told me I can shout him out. I'm not doing anything wrong by doing this, so go hit him up. I don't know about his, clientele. I'm pretty sure he's like super busy. Even when I asked, he was like, I kind of have a lot of things going on, but maybe we can just do like a text thing, then that'll work. And it's been working. So shout out to Dre, man. Thank you, Dre. If you're listening to this, if not, hopefully someone passes this on. But you've changed my life as far as physically. I'm proud to share. So I'm proud to show what I look like. I'm not afraid to go swimming anymore. And for a long time, that was a weird thing for me because I've always had friends that they always thought they were kind of fat or thick, and it blew my mind that people cared so much about how their bodies looked. And like when I'd go swimming with them and they'd wear a shirt, and I'm like, dude, like you don't have to wear a shirt. Like it's just me, you, and your girl. Like we're not gonna say anything. Like, dude, I love your body. I love you for you. I could care less about your body. But like they had that insecurity, and I never had that. And so to have that for the first time was really weird. I was like, I don't want to go to a swimming party. Like I've been to like 2 pool parties and I didn't go swimming. I just made up stupid excuses that my stomach hurt or I forgot to bring trunks, like stupid stuff. But I just low key deep down, I just didn't want to take my shirt off in front of these people. And I know they're really good friends of mine, really good people. They wouldn't have said shit. They wouldn't have made fun of me or nothing. But just I was self-conscious of my body, which was a weird thing. But I had that self-consciousness, and thanks to Dre, it's gone. And like I want to go running with my shirt off now. Like I'm that happy about my body, and I'm very happy about where I'm at right now. So shout out to Dre Harper. Go check him on Instagram. Maybe he can do the same for you. But yeah, man, thank you guys. Thank you everyone. Thank you to that person. I know you're listening to this. I hope you're listening to this. I hope, I noticed my solo podcasts, the ones where I do by myself, don't get as many views as the ones when I have guests on. Totally get it. For a while I was like, maybe I shouldn't do these. They're just a waste of my time, and they're not getting a lot of views, but I'm still getting about 30, 40 people to watch them. And you know what? Someone very close, once told me, yeah, it's not thousands, it's not millions, it's not 500,000 views, but he said, imagine you sitting down with a mic in a crowd and you had 40 people show up to watch you talk. That's kind of what the views are to me. And I'm like, I can't even imagine inviting 40 people to just hear me talk. And the fact that 40 viewers, listeners, however many, have actually just listened to those episodes where it's just me, I'm like, that's cool. Like, I'll keep them going. There's 30, 40 people out there that are still rocking with these episodes, and it's something for them. And so, yeah, I'm still going to do these solo ones, and I love it, man. I can just riff about anything, and it was really hard for me in the beginning because I was like, how the fuck am I going to do this by myself? It was really hard to come up with topics. Like I've always said, talking to yourself is impossible, but I do it on a daily basis. I'm always talking to myself, telling myself, you're a piece of shit. You need to do this. And I'm like, why don't I just talk out loud? I'm a crazy person, but maybe if I become a crazy person publicly, with you guys, and I share the stuff with my problems in my head and I let them out, I feel better. And I'm not even lying to you. As I'm talking to you, I just feel this weight coming off me, and I love it. And so I'm all about this. So yeah, so thank you everyone. 47 episodes. I have a big thing for you guys. The 50th episode, I have a huge thing. Huge. It's not going to be like no celebrity guests, but these are just 2 amazing people I have in my life. And these are new guests. Never had them on before, but I'm gonna have them on 50th episode. I don't know. I don't know if I should tell you guys when the time gets closer or just release it and you guys be surprised. But I really want you guys are gonna love it. And so thank you guys. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. Thank you to everyone that listens to this podcast, everyone that's commented, everyone that's sent me messages, anyone that's ever even just voted on one of my polls, on my stupid poll on @thesolveonthepod on my Instagram story. Like, just thank you guys. Like, all this that I do, like I said, it's a therapy for me, and you guys giving me this feedback is just, it makes me feel good. So thank you for fucking, I guess, listening to me, watching me, and like taking time out of your day. Like, I know there's some very busy people out there and they still make time to listen to my podcast, and it blows my mind. Like, I'm forever grateful for all you guys. I love you all. Thanks for tuning in to another episode of Slob on the Pod, episode 47. Thanks, guys. You guys are... You 40 people that watch just my solo ones, you the real MVPs. Shout out to you 40 people. Let's grow that number, baby. Let's get to like 50. Another thing, don't do this often. Please like, subscribe, like on Instagram, like the story. Like my posts. Go on YouTube, like the video, comment on the video. Just say some random things. It really helps the algorithm. I don't like to be this person. I'm a person that like, I don't want people to go out of their way for me. So this kind of feels shitty for me to say, but I have so many people that watch sometimes I have like, hundreds of views, and I'm like, I only have 140 subscriptions to on my YouTube, which is fucking amazing. That's a huge number for me. If you have a YouTube and you're trying to make a channel, you know how hard it is. So the fact that I have 140 in a year, like, this means the world. Like 140 is equal to like 500, like 500 followers on Instagram or 1,000. Like, it's a big thing. So thank you. But if you're watching my podcast on YouTube and you don't have an account, make an account and just subscribe to it, please. Subscribe to my podcast. It's gonna really help me in the long run. But yeah, thank you guys. Thank you. Like, comment on my YouTube, on my Instagram, like my post on Instagram, like the video on YouTube, and subscribe to my YouTube channel, because I'm going to keep doing this no matter what, but it would just be nice if you guys did that. But if not, it's cool. But if you guys do, it's cool as well. It's even better if you do. But if not, it's cool. All right. Well, I got to get out of here. That's enough before I'm just blabbering on at this point. But thank you guys. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Slob on the Pod. I'm your host, Jordan. And till next time, right? I could say that. Till next time. Thank you.